Welcome back to the fourth episode of the Coleman Show. Today I am joined by
Josiah Wrice, been here at the University of South Carolina.
and what sport you play?
I run track here. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, right here. This right here is the slowest man on earth. Slowest man on earth. I don't, but AJ, tell him about how many times I done beat you in the race.
But he lying. If he ever beat me,
Stop,
I tripped. Let's be
stop,
real. No,
stop, stop.
okay, whatever.
But on today's podcast episode, we're going to be talking about how to remove distractions as a student athlete, such as dealing with women, social media, um, just regular sin of the material world. Like, man, we all know, like, we a dude, we see a good looking lady, or we might not want to go to such workout. We're going to talk about how, as college athletes, we can remove that and really get going and really pushing towards being our best selves. So, what our first question is, AJ, you being the dominant athlete you are, what are some of the distractions that you face that may be in the classroom or even just athletically?
Uh, in the classroom, I feel like you always gotta. I feel like in the classroom, your phone is a big distraction.
Yeah,
Because your teacher is always trying to keep you off of it, and your attention span always kind of like goes to it. So I feel like that's one of the big things that you kind of have to overcome, and all you got to do is just flip it over and then just pay attention. That's pretty
yeah.
simple. What was the second question? Second part of
Athletically, like what distractions do you face?
that? Athletically, I mean, I feel like you don't. I mean, as in my sport, I don't feel like there's as many distractions I
Mm.
can face. I mean, sure, you have like team drama, and you have like a girl or something that might be a big factor in your life, but as long as you're putting, I feel like a big thing, as long as you're putting yourself first, I feel like you can't get distracted, and
Yeah,
you like a hump in the road, for instance,
yeah,
you'll just be set. You'll be fine.
yeah. I'm interested on like how a track schedule is different like a football because I know like we work out in the mornings and we're normally done by like 7, go lift, and then you're done for the day, and then we have classes the rest of the day. And I know like us personally, like we're drained and tired. So how do you battle against like first off, give us a breakdown of your day with practice, recovery, and stuff like that. But then after that, how do you maintain yourself towards all these classes and all this homework and all that good stuff?
All right. So here, for instance, I didn't lift at all while we were in high school. No, I didn't lift. So nowadays I lift Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 a.m. And then from then on, I don't have classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Mhm.
But first semester I would lift Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I had to go to classes like from 9 to 12, and then from then on I'd have practice at 2 or 3, and then I'd just be able to go eat or sleep after that. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how the day works. But nowadays, Tuesdays and Thursdays are my class days, so I wake up around 9 or 10, get my classes done at around 1 o'clock each day. I'd
Mhm.
say around there, and then usually I practice at 2:30 or 3 o'clock, and from then on you can just go back, rest, and recover.
Yeah.
But you also gotta factor in if you're struggling in class, they require you to have tutoring and that kind of things. So,
Mhm.
for instance, I take accounting right now. So on Wednesdays, I have to like add something else to the schedule that wasn't originally there. So
Yeah.
I usually spend an hour at our Doty Academic Center, which is where we do all of our tutoring and the athletes eat food and that kind of thing. So I eat food and I have to go tutor for an hour. Then I have to go sit with my academic advisor for an hour. So that's like 2 hours out of your day that you just have
Yeah.
to like make up later on. So
Yeah.
everything kind of balances out. It's not terrible, but
Yeah.
it's pretty exhausting.
I know you sound like you got a smooth schedule, like
Loki, yeah,
tutoring
it's not bad.
and food. Like you really got it made out. And as far as distractions go, like what distractions have you faced as an athlete so far, being at your school and being athlete of the week multiple times, as we talked about? What distractions have you met, and how have you worked to kind of remove those distractions to really like help you lock in and keep being the fast runner you are?
Well, I feel like you gotta think the whole aspect of some people only want you for a period of time or something that you might have, whether it
Yeah.
be money or an accomplishment. Like I'm was the SEC freshman of the week, so of
Mhm.
course I had like what one, two, few people like
Mm.
trying to talk to me randomly, like, "Oh my
Yeah,
God, you're great, blah, blah, blah. Are you single?" Like that kind of thing.
yeah,
But you just got to remember that those are distractions and they don't really benefit you in any kind of way.
yeah,
As an athlete with a busy schedule as we are, you need not to sound like a manipulation tactic, but you need to always make sure that you're like that you have something that's benefiting you and
yeah,
so that it's not weighing on you. Because if you have
yeah.
something that's weighing on you, then it's gonna impact you and it's gonna hurt you in the long run.
Yeah, no, that's real. I feel like especially right now, like we're young men, like we're just like be for real, like we're young men, and it is like we're at that point where, like I know, like both of us, like we real locked in, like we're gonna put the phone down, like we're gonna go get that extra work in, like that's just the type of dudes we are. But some people out there aren't really like that, might fold to the environment pressures, and might tend to that life, and I know. I know like my advice is like just stay locked in, especially to the people who watching the podcast. Like you really just gotta stay locked in and really grind. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be down, it's gonna be there 20 years in the next month. Like it's always gonna be there, but like you ain't never gonna get this college life back.
Yeah, it's you gotta take advantage of it while you're here. Literally.
Yeah, yeah. And how was the process for you, like coming to USC and like just doing track? Like how was your first experience?
Man, I'll be real, that was probably the hardest part of all this because
Yeah.
originally my butt was committed to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go there because I mean that's just where I was originally headed because
Mhm.
at the time frame I had gotten hurt junior year, so I didn't really get recruited like I should have gotten.
Mhm.
So whenever senior year came and I hit all the SEC marks that all the coaches want, most of them had run out of money. But at the end of it, Coach Hall was like, "Nah, I've been saving this for you."
Yeah,
And
it's
like,
real.
"Yep, you're coming here." I was like, "Thank God," because I was not trying to go all the way over there and be that far away from my mom. So
Yeah.
hey, South Carolina is where I'm at. It's great. We have tons of academic advisors, tutors, great counselors and teachers. Like they got everything set up for you to succeed. You just have to reach out and ask for it whenever you need it.
Yeah. How do you like, how do you think kind of your God and like your faith and religion and just believing in God helped you secure that spot at USC? I know you like I remember me and you was talking about being committed to Wisconsin and then you ended up going to UC. Like how do you think an athlete should go if they're in a position where, hey, I don't know if I really like this, or hey, I feel nervous or anxiety about a certain decision. Like how did you go about handling something like that?
Okay, so the big thing with me in that decision is with the Wisconsin thing, they had already sent the paperwork and they were trying to get me to sign, and I was waiting on my acceptance to the University of South Carolina. The coach at Wisconsin told me they were going to pull the offer if I didn't sign the papers.
Mhm.
So I prayed to God and I asked him, I asked for guidance. I was like, what should I do here? And he told me, he's like, what I got from it is that I should wait and just be patient, follow my heart. Follow my heart. Wisconsin went out the window, but the next day I got a call from all the coaches and they were like, "You've been accepted. Pack your bags. You're coming to South Carolina."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, we're good." I was like, "It worked out." Because if it's not,
Yeah.
I might be flipping patties right now. I don't know.
No, but that's real. Like that's like really how like God like actually works. Like people always get so frantic and nervous to make a decision, but it's like if you just keep your faith and just stay locked in with Him, like He's gonna deliver. Like that's what I learned too. Cause like, but I know you ain't me and you haven't even been like chopping it up that, but I was in a portal. But I was about to go to school in Cleveland. When I went up there, it was 10 degrees, bro. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
no way. No, but I woke up. We got down there. It was sunny, like nothing on the ground. I woke up. My car was covered in snow. I had to remove all the snow out my car. My hands were numb just removing the snow. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this every morning. And I like, I had a week to make a decision, and then like, but I was talking to Coach Ramsey here, and he was like, uh, he was just going back and forth. He was like, I really got a place for you down here. And I was like, I just got off a cruise. I'm like, man, like I really love Florida. Like I really love Florida. Like it's just hot. It's like it's just a good environment for me. And like I got down here, instant connection with my friends. Like just it was just all good people. Like it was really just God like cementing that, you know.
Shoot, that's good to hear. Because shoot, that cold, you cold, and you trying to sprint, you trying to do anything, it don't work.
Yeah,
That hurts you. That don't work.
yeah, they ain't going. It's not going to work with me. Not one bit. Now, for our next question, Josiah, what do you do before a race to help remove like any type of anxiety, overthinking, or what are some things you do to tell
All
yourself
right.
I'm that guy?
So I'm gonna give you all my cheat code. I have a literal playlist on my phone. It's the
Mhm.
perfect warm-up playlist. It like it covers every genre of
Yeah,
music that you need for a race. It ain't long, but it's perfect.
yeah,
I listen to that, and while I'm sitting there, I kind of just breathe. I just breathe just have some deep breaths, and I just visualize and I picture the race before it happens, and
yeah,
then I go out there and execute. You just like one thing is you learn a lot of stuff in practice. I know running doesn't sound hard, but it's a pretty mental game.
yeah,
So if you just go out there and run and you don't use any of the information or anything that you learn in practice, you're not going to execute properly. So
yeah,
as long as your mind's clear and you're focused, you're going to execute and you're going to get the job done. So just gotta what I yeah all I do is I visualize the race before I run it and I just listen to that music and I'm good.
yeah. No. I think visualization has really become like big for me, bro. Like I sit down, play my music, and I just visualize like me making a play or me like just going all American, like just doing all those things. And like I started to realize when I visualize things, I become more locked in. Like I just like and I say we face those distractions we talked about. I'm just like, bro, I don't even care. Like I just saw myself playing in the NFL or like for you it'd be like, bro, I just saw myself going crazy in the Olympics. Like I ain't even worried about old girl or I ain't even worried about I'm not gonna tell myself I'm not going to this tutoring session. Like I'm gonna be there because I got this in my head. Like I just seen it today and it's just constant consistently every single day, every single day, every single day. And for our last question, what advice do you give for maybe a young athlete who is going through just like the track process and they might not be as confident as you are and they may be under recruited, over recruited, or what advice do you give to the athlete to stay on the right track and to truly lock in, become the best selves?
Okay, well, what I feel like I had another cheat code in that, and it was my coach. He was like very helpful in that whole process with me and everything. He was there whenever I got injured and everything, helped
Yeah,
me back up. But what I can say is that you should always follow your heart and stick with your gut
yeah,
because I feel like you're never gonna tell yourself wrong as long as you think long, hard, and pray about it. So I just do that kind of stuff, and you'll get the job done usually.
yeah. Well, AJ, I appreciate you for being on this fourth episode. And with that being said, this is the end of the Coleman Show.